You're listening to Read the Damn Book, and this is episode number 15. Welcome to Read the Damn Book podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Glogovac, where I read every book of every author that I interview on this show. This is a spinoff of the Webby-nominated My Simplified Life podcast, where we go behind the scenes. I don't just want to hear about the book. I want to hear about the author, the human being behind the words that we all fall in love with. Here, you're going to hear directly from the authors what their journey through life has been like, their journey through writing their book, and some behind the scenes on every book. So let's get started and read the damn book. Hey friends, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Michelle Glogovac, and today I want to talk about book clubs. Are you part of one? Are you wanting to join one? Are you wanting to launch one? I think that they're much easier than we're giving them credit for. And so I want to share with you what I am doing, what I'm working on, because I'm a big fan of not just preaching to the choir, but actually doing the work myself so that you can take my examples, samples, what I've learned, the lessons along the way, and apply them yourself if that is what you would like to do. Now, I started to launch a book club earlier in the year called Books That Build, and the focus was really to try to find books that are going to build us as better people, build community, and it worked, but it's also a heavy time. And if you're paying attention to the country, which I'm sure you are, then you know that we all want to build community. We want to be there for one another. We want to make a difference. And I know that when I'm reading a lot of the nonfiction books, a lot of the how do we do better, how do we be better, it becomes a lot. It becomes even heavier than what it is. And so I was asked by some friends if we could bring book club back, but to make it light, to make it fun, to make it something that we can just escape from life about, which I think is the beauty in books. So for the holiday season, I decided to pick two spicy rom-com holiday books, and they are How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I'm not going to lie, did not know that it was 500 pages when I picked it. So note to self, check the page count. The other one is The Christmas Orphans Club by Becca Freeman. Becca is also a podcast host. Bad on Paper is her show. And I had gone to Threads and asked everybody, what are your Christmas holiday book club picks for me? And I compiled a list of everything that everybody responded with. I looked every single one up. I read the description. I really did my research on all of this, and I narrowed it down to these two. And then I decided, you know what, everybody, here you go. Here are your options. I made a fun little graphic in Canva. I put it in an Evite, and I sent it as a text to all kinds of women, friends from school, friends from the neighborhood, mom friends from soccer, just anybody and anybody that I thought might want to come. I sent them a message, and it's like 15 people have confirmed so far. I also gave them a month and a half to read the books. And my message was, read both books, read one book, don't read either books. Just show up. I just want you to have fun. I just want us to gather and to really enjoy being together. And the next was, how do you choose a day? And I started looking at Saturdays, and Saturdays are, especially as the holiday season. And my husband said, I got to give him credit for this. He goes, pick a Friday. Nobody's doing something on a Friday. And so I did. And that really, really worked. Friday at 7:00, that is a day that we've chosen. And I've invited everyone to just come over to my house. And it is nibbles that are going to probably be all very sugary. And I said bubbles. But as I am reading Megan Quinn's book, there might have to be some eggnog. I'm looking at the different recipes that are inside that book and thinking, how can I include them into our theme? So that is what I'm working on next. This sounds like I'm doing a lot of work, and yeah, I'm not, friends. I've given myself like 7 weeks to put this together. And honestly, how hard is it to pop some bottles? It's not. There's going to be some other holiday type cheer. And I've also instructed everyone, if they would like, there's no pressure, but bring a book, wrap it up that you would like to give to someone else. Include inside of it a card as to why you chose the book. And that's it. There's no games involved. It's bring a book, take a book. That's it. I am a very low pressure person, and I'm not really a games person. Yeah, when I had my baby shower, I said absolutely no games. I'm not a games person. So come to book club, have something to eat, have something to drink. There's non-alcoholic options too. Read the book, don't read the book, have a good time, take home a book, and that is all that there is to it. So it doesn't have to be a heavy lift when we're talking about book club. Now, as an author, a book club is an amazing thing to be a part of because when your book gets selected, every person in that book club is either checking your book out from the library or they are buying it. So that is immediate sales. And when I said that I have 13 to 15 women already confirmed, they've all picked up at least one of the books. I know that they are checking them out from the library because there's now a wait when there was not a wait when I selected these books. So for an author, you should be promoting book clubs. Just going to put that out there right now. Book clubs are awesome. If you get the opportunity to zoom in, like, why not do that? I'm inviting both authors to be on my show. We'll see if that happens. But, I think it would also be cool if they recorded a video for the book club and as part of the podcast separately to say, hey, I'm so glad you guys are reading the book and thanks so much, or something like that. That's a great add-on as an author and such a fun way for a book club to get to connect with an author as well. So when we're thinking about book clubs, like, do we theme them? And you absolutely can. So we're doing a holiday theme for December, and I was thinking maybe we meet up in February again and we do some sort of a romance theme. We will see. Nothing is planned. Nothing has to be planned except for picking a day and picking a book. And that's the beauty of it. I was talking to a friend just yesterday about her book club, and I told her I might steal the idea, to be honest, but I did tell her that I was going to share it. And she meets with her club every 6 weeks, and the topic of their book has to be that the book has been optioned for a film or TV series. And the first 30 minutes of them gathering, they all cast the characters of who they think should be acting in the series or the film. She said it is an absolute riot. It is so funny. And everybody loves it. The one requirement for the book outside of being optioned is that there has to be an audiobook version so that all of the moms in the clubs who are doing all the carpools and the driving stuff can listen to it. And anyone else who wants to listen to it can do that as well. And I thought that was a lot of fun and something that I just might implement in the coming year as well as one of our book club themes, because we want some fun. And I always believe in reading the book before you see the movie because the book's usually better. But I came up with some other themes that I wanted to share with you to kind of spark your ideas for hosting your own book club and what kind of books you could choose outside of a holiday theme or a book optioned one. There's also banned books. Like, why not pick all of the banned books and read them? Or you could go with classic lit. We were at the library book sale last weekend and they had a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird and I snagged it. My daughter said, "But you've read the book, you said." And I said, "Yeah, but this is one that needs to be on every shelf and you're going to read it someday and watch the movie and all the things and you're going to know who Atticus Finch is." So we bought the book because it is classic. It is something everybody should read. So why not revisit those classic books that you read in high school or in college and go back to them because they're classic for a reason? You could also go down the romantasy fantasy path. Those are big, thick books too. So I know that I read Conform this year and it was a big one. So if you're meeting every 6 weeks, that's a good choice. Something else with the optioned book club is that they have a limit of only 350 pages on their books. So you can put in rules. You can make it whatever you want. It is yours. So do what you want. Have fun with it. Another one would be only reading books that are by BIPOC authors or they're BIPOC fiction, a theme. Let's look at that community and really uplift them and buy their books. And how better can you do that than having a book club that's only focused on that? You could do seasonal ones, like I've chosen the holiday ones. You could choose a Valentine's Day themed. You could choose sports themes if you wanted to that have romance. I know that hockey is a big one right now in the kind of rom-com-y women's lit genre. So you could do that. Choose your beach reads. Choose the stuff that's around spring and wedding season. And when I think of spring and flowers, I think of the Garden series by Rosie Lee and, Gardens of Eden and the Garden Wedding. Those would be great themed ones too. Think about location. Maybe you only want books that are based where you live. So for us, it would be the Bay Area. There are plenty of books based here. I know that if you want to do something based all on the East Coast, New York has a bunch, or like all of the Nantucket type of things, you could choose those types of books that are, island themed. That would be a fun one too. You could also choose ones that are food related. I'm always down for something that's food related. So how much easier could it be if your book is related to food and then you get together and you have the food that's in the book? If there's recipes that are included, look those up. I know that there was a book club that they read The Wedding People, and then everybody showed up in wedding dresses and they ate wedding cake. And how much fun is that? That's a lot of effort. I will put that out there. I don't know that I'm going to go get a wedding dress to do book club, but it sounds fun. And for one evening, that's also some good social media content you could create. But my point is that the sky's the limit. And when you think about book club, it doesn't have to be something big or fancy. It doesn't even have to be themed. It could even be that everybody reads whatever book they want, and you just come and show up and share how you read. There's another big thing. I was reading or watching an article on the Today Show about silent book clubs and how those are a big hit of you get together for an hour and all you do is read in silence. I don't know how well that would work because I'm a chatty Cathy, but that's a good way to do it too. Maybe you come and you read for half an hour and then you chat for half an hour. There's no rhyme or reason. Just get together, build that community. And I know that people want it. I know that you want it. I want it. It's a great way to come together because books have that power. They move us. They allow us to escape. They allow us to listen and learn other stories that we wouldn't otherwise hear. They pique our curiosity. They open doors for us that might not otherwise be opened. And if you can do all of that by simply reading a book, but then gathering with people to discuss it, then you're building that community. You are making changes in the world. You are also showing your kids that this is what community is about. It's about finding commonality in something. It's about gathering together and enjoying an hour or two of simply being and discussing something that you all related to and hopefully enjoyed. I'm sure there's some books that you weren't going to enjoy, but that's okay. It's all about showing up and truly building that community, reading the damn book or not. No judgment at all. But consider creating a book club and make it simple. It does not have to be hard. And I will share with you all of the recipes that I make with this book club and pictures behind the scenes and all of that good stuff. And share with me. I want to know what kind of book clubs you have. What are your upcoming choices? How do you select the books? Do you select them way far in advance? How often are you meeting? Let's talk about this more because it is fun. It is something that has been going on for years. And I think book clubs are making a comeback. Not that they ever left, but they're becoming more and more popular because books are something that easily connect us. So go read the damn book or not. But start a book club, join a book club. If you're in San Jose, you are welcome to come to our book club. Just drop me a line. You have an open invitation and it's going to be fun. I encourage you to read a book, read one this month, read one this week, and let it move you. Let it be what connects you to other people.